Hello, welcome along. Here is our watercolour, our completed watercolour, just some sort of a river going into a town there, some mountains in the background and some foliage, bit of reflection in the water. Really, really simple. This is on 300 GSM watercolour paper. And here we go. Just a little bit of water here, just wet the sky area, just wetting the page. I sometimes use a bigger brush, but there we go, just some cobalt blue, a little bit of yellow ochre, I think I'll let that sit and dry. There we are, all dry now. So some cobalt blue there. I'm painting in the that Watercourse now, just to reflect a bit with the sky. This is very light. As you can see, it's watered down. You can see some yellow ochre going in there. That'll dry back very, very lightly. So there we go. As I said, it'll dry back lightly. Don't want to overdo it. And we'll put some reflections in there soon. All right, so just mixing up some Payne's grey with some dark leaf green. But don't want it too thick or anything like that, just really watered down. And you can see the Payne's grey with some dark leaf green all mixed in there. Can't really muck around with this, I want to get it down pretty quickly. Painting around some areas there. I've got a couple of tiny buildings there in the background, which I drew in, so I'm just painting around that. I'll put some trees in there soon. A bit of yellow ochre there in the background. Bit of Payne's grey going in there. That's some dark leaf green now. Putting a tree there, just up in the right-hand corner there, or right-hand side. I'm using for the foreground, I don't know, foliage, if you can call it that. I'm using a combination of burnt umber and also Payne's grey for the edge there, and you can see the burnt umber going through there as well, mixed with some Payne's grey. Just there you can see I'm using the Payne's grey and the burnt umber mixed together there, and I'm just creating just some sticks coming out from that foliage there, that wet grass or whatever you want to call it, in the foreground there. And we want to get some shape there on the other side. So we're just putting some reflection here into the water. Some water just to take that sharp edge off there. So putting a little bit of olive green in there with the yellow ochre. Keep working on that reflection a bit. I'm going to get the brush, wet the brush, then clean it off as much as I can, and I'll drag the brush through to give reflection, or just the idea of some water flow going through that reflection. There we go, just some colour, some movement, some reflection on the surface there. Just to define that edge there. Just using some Payne's grey and a little bit of burnt umber. To darken up that area just a bit. Some more Payne's grey. Just going to drag the brush through. I just wet the brush, cleaned it off. I'm just dragging it through to give an impression of some on the surface reflection. going across the darker reflection. Or maybe that could be used, or it could be bit of water movement there. Anyway, just putting a little bit of yellow ochre up in there again. Painting a couple of roofs on some buildings way in the background. Using a sort of a reddish brown there. That reddish brown is not burnt sienna, it's just an unusual colour I picked up the other day. But it's not overly red, so I like it. I'm using a lot of colours straight out of the tube. For instance, the yellow ochre straight out of the tube. You can see that cobalt blue in the sky straight out of the tube. The dark leaf green straight out of the tube. There's some colours that are mixed together. The burnt umber and the Payne's grey, that's mixed together. Also, the dark leaf green and Payne's grey was mixed together for our background mountains. But the rest is just straight out of the tube, really. But don't be afraid to mix colours and experiment, see what you end up with. Working on those areas across there. I think that's looking okay. I think we might need just a hint of a couple of birds in the sky. Or dark leaf green, just to darken that up a bit. Watercolours tend to fade, so you might need to go over some bits and darken it up just a little bit. Put some birds up in the sky, I think. Just one or two birds. Not just very small, just in the distance. I think that'll do. And there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. Really simple, just some sort of a watercourse or river going into a town there in the distance. There's some mountains there, as you can see, some buildings way back in the distance, and a couple of birds in the sky. Real simple composition. Maybe give that a go, and you may be able to do a better job than what I've done. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll be back again soon with another video. Bye for now.